Alright, I hit 65 on my 3 concurrently leveling jobs. I do Black Mage first because I happen to be in Thanolin doing the Blue Mage weeklies. I know it's a bit late in the week, but got them done. So, anyway, when the Golems get tough, they play on when the going gets tough. Given to us by Lalai, again level 65. We are at the Milvaneth Sacrarium in Ul'dah Steps of Thal. Here we go. Ah, mercy. I trust you have not been shirking your studies. Mistress Shatoto expects much of us, and I would not disappoint her. For my own part, I have called out to her intently time and again within my mind in hopes of conveying any and all knowledge that might avail in staving off this impending disaster. Though she does not respond, I have the distinct sensation that she is listening, in some way or another. Doubtless she will return when she sees fit, but in the meanwhile we can ill afford to bide our time, and so I have taken Zaya Nella's advice. I can just see the smug grin on his face as I say that, and reached out to our friends. Not moments ago, a post-Moogle came by with a missive from our friend Daza of the 269th Order. As luck would have it seems he has knowledge that might serve us well, to wit, reports of recent sightings of rampaging golems. I would ask you to go on ahead and see what he knows. I will call for that holier-than-thou hearer and join you shortly. Not that I am enamored of his company, far from it, but his insights have proven to be not altogether useless on occasion. Okie dokie. Revenant's Toll is 242 gil with the reduced rates from my free company, but I have lots and lots of tickets. I am not going to run out anytime soon. I could, if I keep using them, but I'm really only I've been using them for under 200 guild teleports also, and I probably don't need to do that, but I just got, how many did I get? I think I got 100 plus, I think I may have got 900, and 100 is 20 teleports for free, so, you do the math. 180. Anyway, the 269th Order Mendicant, or there is a 269th Order Mendicant Kobold hiding in this little corner outside of, not Mor Dhona, Revenant's Toll, in Mor Dhona. Here we go. Cutscene. Mercy, it has been eons, eras, ages, eons. Oh, it is Daza. Okay, cool. I've heard that the spirit of the legendary Shatoto comes alive again inside Lalai, but could this wondrous tale possibly be true? Lalai comes up with her hat, so it's still her, as does, she just said his name, and I always forget what his name is, but the hearer, the Mikot male hearer. It is indeed, friend Daza. She's a capricious type, though, and wakes only when she has a mind to. A fact that I have explained some 700 times to this mutton-headed hero who still insists beyond all reason that I should be able to summon her at will. You do me discredit, Lalai. I merely suggested that if there were some means by which we could summon Shatoto at our own convenience, rather than waiting for her to come forth of her own accord, it might serve us in facing the dangers ahead. Zaya, his name is. Summon her? You speak of the illustrious founder of my art as if she were a mere serving girl. You will watch your tongue in the presence of your betters. Zayanella, lest... That was not probably the sound that she made, but she flailed her arms out to the side, started clutching her head, and then the screen flicks over to Zaya. I meant no disrespect. I do not deny the power of your art, nor the good it can do in the right hands. I am simply... And she's taken off her hat. We see the two pigtails, or ponytails, whatever, and we have Shatoto. Too stubborn and stupid to fully accept it. Oh well, I suppose none of us are perfect, myself excluded, of course. 269th Order Mendicant Daza, I presume? Tell me all you have seen or heard about this rampaging golem. Sorry. Are my eyes to be believed, trusted, sworn by, believed? Is this truly the great Shatoto who stands before my eyes? Yes, it must be. I mean, but of course, my lady, yes, Daza will tell all he knows. I saw a strange golem, odd, curious, strange. wandering in the tangle. And that is not all. It was no ordinary golem. No, but rather the same one I saw in a tome handed down from my forebear, Dagu, a golem of ancient Mach. That's Mary H.A. Charlie H. One of my own creations. Why, that is simply inconceivable. I designed them to be utterly rampage-proof and left copious instructions to ensure that my loyal apprentices and their apprentices, and so on and so forth, would see they stay that way. Mayhap your followers are not so diligent in carrying out your orders after your passing. We all know of the chaos and destruction wreaked by Makai sorcerers during the War of the Magi. I suspect that poring over age-old documents on the upkeep of golems was the least of their concerns. Forgive me my doubts, Lady Shitoto, but you seem quite partial to your creations and your countrymen. If we were to find ourselves locked in combat with a golem of Mach, do I have your assurance that you would not hesitate to strike down our foe? She thinks on this, actually. You do not trust me? Trust us? This I know. I'm not deaf to Lalai's ceaseless grumblings. So be it. You cannot help being a simpleton, no more than I can help being the greatest intellect of any era. That old coot Kukuruka told me what became of Makai after my passing, when he communed with me a century ago. Do you think I deny the senseless destruction caused by my descendants, with the art I myself wrought, no less? Of course not, for I, unlike some of my present companions, am not a bloody fool. She looks up again. But even a fool must understand that a tool is only as good or evil as she who would wield it. So answer me this: what could I possibly stand to gain from standing idly by as my own creations wreak havoc on the realm I once called home? I will grant that there is some sense in what you say. In any event, we thank you for your assistance, Daza. Rest assured that we shall see to the rogue golems before any harm befalls you and yours. To the tangle. He walks in that direction. Does that overdweller never lighten up? It must be so tiring, living each day carrying around a brain of solid stone. Burdensome, wearisome, tiring. And he walks after him. You can say that again, my synonym-abusing friend. Mercy, you know the man better than I, and for that I pity you. Is there nothing we can do to buy ourselves a moment's respite from his inane quibbling? Whatever do you suppose is bothering his puny mind? My options are: he is simply in awe of your power. I like that. Or mayhap he worries for Lalai. Mayhap he worries for Lalai? Yes, I have observed this as well. Smaller minds are quick to burden themselves with hand-wringing concern for the well-being of others, as if it were not evident that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. In either event, if he insists on tagging along with us, I suppose it would not hurt to win him over, if only so he does not foul things up at the worst possible time. Anywho, I do believe we have some golems to smite into oblivion. The tangle, was it? I'll see you there, and do try not to get lost on the way. Yeah, okay. And we fly to the southwest. A bit more west than south, but that is fine. I'm sorry. Full 660 gear? No. No. Wait. Oh, sorry. 750 is the current gear cap. I was thinking, what? Okay. We have reached Shitoto and Zaya. Outside of, like... This is where all of the Malboros, or Morbols, in this case, hang out. There's a very annoying fate in here sometimes, where you have to kill, like, these little Morbols, and you have to kind of run around these trees, because you can't get line of sight, and, like, lines of trees that are uncrossable, but anyway. These lands were far more dry and agreeable in my day, but I suppose much can change in 2 millennia, especially without me around to keep things in order. But this is no time to get caught up in nostalgia. We have golems to smash and search for, not necessarily in that order, I suppose. Yes, I can sense particularly strong etheric energies coming from that direction. And she walks to the east. I will accompany Shitoto to ensure that she remains focused on the task at hand. Might you survey the area south of here? These environs afford our foe no end of hiding spots, and I'm ill inclined to walk into an ambush. Okay. So they kind of head east-southeast. I accidentally opened my quest log, and I head south. I'm gonna fly over these Morble bitches. Morble bitches! Okay, we have a destination. Not necessarily for a fight, but a survey. It didn't have, like, the dark purple energy or... You look far and wide, but can discern no sign of golems, rampaging or otherwise. Return to the southwestern reaches of the Tangle and see how Shitoto and Zaya fare in their search. They did not go that way. They went east, but okay. Now I'm flying west. Indeed, there is a Morbo. I'm going to dodge it, although I'm higher level. I'm so high level it shouldn't be a matter, but... there's a kind of like a... They call it a golem. Oh wait, I don't like using that spell to open. I don't really like using that spell to open. Let's do Blizzard. We'll do Blizzard. We'll follow up with Blizzard 4. Fire 3 to open up fire. And Fire 4. Fire 4. What was wrong with Shitoto? Why didn't she take it out? Is she... Oh, she's one knee down, one hand down. Did she change back into... No, I don't know. We'll see. We're aiding her right now. I don't know why Zaya couldn't. He is a freaking healer / white mage, conjurer, whatever at this moment. I don't know. She stands. If only this body were my own, I would have raised that oversized block of stone to the ground. She's breathing hard, sorry. So like the dot dot dots were her taking breaths. I suppose I should thank you for coming to my aid. Had I lost consciousness in the midst of battle, I would hardly have been done for. Sorry, I would certainly have been done for. Wow. And poor Lalai with me. No, Lady Shitoto, it is I who owe you a debt of gratitude. Had you not drawn the creature's initial strike, I would surely have met an inglorious end, but that is not the least of my failings. It is my fault, and mine alone, that we were caught unawares. Though it shames me to say so, my eyes were on you when they should have been watching out for our enemy. Who is this sorceress who wields such frightful power? Does she truly mean to save our realm, or will she destroy it? These thoughts continued to haunt me, but no more. Seeing you risk your life for me, a humble hearer you have only just met, I say this with no reservations. You are a paragon of virtue and a model to all mages, white or black. Why, I do believe those are the most intelligent words I've heard you utter yet. Keep talking like that, and I might yet learn to tolerate your presence. But if you think that means I'm going to give you your precious Lalai back, you'd best think again. We still have a falling star to fend off, do we not? He cocks his head at that. My precious Lalai? I have not the slightest idea what you might be implying. She cocks her head as well. You wouldn't, would you? Well, was it not your grand dream to see the white and the black, the arts of healing and destruction, united for the common good? So says Lalai. So says Lalai, at the very least. Is the girl not an invaluable piece to the future you would realize? This is all well and true, but invaluable and precious have different connotations. Mayhap not in your time, but the meanings of words evolve over time, you see, and... What I am saying is, of course Lalai is a friend and ally, but the same could be said of Mercy here, and... Which is not to say that I do not want to see her again, of course, only that... Oh, never mind. Shakes his head. At any rate, I do believe we've done all we can here. Lady Shitoto, please forgive me for having doubted you. Henceforth, I promise that I will aid you in whatever way I can. And with that, I do believe I must be off. Somewhere. And he goes running. Comes back for a second. One last thing, if I may, Lady Shitoto. While you are awake and speaking with us, what becomes of Lalai's consciousness? That is to say, is she still in there, listening? What a curious question. She is slumbering in the recesses of her mind, much as I am when she is awake. But to answer your question, no, she is not listening, though we do have some rather stimulating conversations from time to time. If you'd like, I can share the details. No, I mean, never mind. I really must be getting off to... Right, that place I was going. He runs again. Are all men in this era so odd? At any rate, I feel my consciousness beginning to wane. Lalai will be waking from slumber ere long, and I would return to Uldar before she does. I suggest you do the same. Your friend has much she wishes to discuss with you. Ute. Ooh, we are gonna see Lalai. That was dumb. 121? I'll pay that. That's 1 gil over the price of frickin' going to Gridania first for free and then taking the airship for 120 over to Ulda. So, yeah. And then we'll jaunt over via the Ethernet. The Weaver's Guild was closest to my cursor, I think. Go this way. And we'll talk to Lalai to finish this quest. Welcome back, Mercy. As you might have surmised, it is I, Lalai, Mistress Chateau, to return to her repose not moments ago. Before drifting off to slumber, she imparted to me some details regarding what she sees as the next phase of our task. To wit, she would have us venture further afield to investigate any Golem menaces that might be stirring out of eyeshot. Speaking of menaces, whatever became of that stone-headed hero? I suppose it is too much to hope that Mr. Shatoto finally set his robes alight. My options are: he has come to respect Lady Shatoto, or he seems to have feelings for... I'm not going to do that. He has come to respect Lady Shatoto. I dare say it took him long enough. Still, we cannot hold the man's ignorance against him. Not all of us are blessed with burgeoning intellects. I think it's burgeoning. Anyhow, I trust you will keep me informed if our hero friend exhibits any more impertinent behavior. I will think of suitable retribution. I dare say putting him to sleep and hiding his glasses would send a clear message, and be rather amusing, no less. In any event, I should return to my research. As should you. Shatoto will doubtless call upon us before long, and our powers must be primed for the occasion. When the Golems Get Tough is complete, 105,000 experience points, 1610 gil. Next quest 67? 68, okay. I'll decline the quest that I can't do. What? Weird? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do Ninja next. I will see you soon for whatever video of mine you watch next. Otherwise, just have a good day, or whatever. Bye-bye.